Can I teleport back to the Jade Chamber? My character was falling from the sky. Is it working? How's my audio? Oh no, Yanfa is dead. Welcome back. Anyway, so tonight I'm gonna try playing the new world quest. Wait, let me switch back to my Geo team. I have not finished today's daily commission. Oh wait, okay.
Understood.
And the crowd goes wild!
Holy shit. I love him. I love him
Company,
so
fall in.
much. Heboh banget ya kalau I mean di bahasa lain dia heboh juga sih, tapi kaget denger hebohnya itu di bahasa Inggris. Oh, it's just them. I think I can manage just fine.
Stabilize! Feel my blade! Fall in! There's more! Let's roll!
Wait.
Rally! There's more! Bam!
Daily commission dulu ya.
Boom!
Is it lagging?
Stabilize! Let's roll!
No,
Charge!
nggak kena sapinya.
It's showtime!
Come here.
Solidify! Bam!
Is that it? Nice. Aku lebih suka commission yang berantem-berantem gini daripada yang disuruh terbang-terbang atau yang ngelindungin gitu. Oh no, I need an animal. I swear they keep giving me
Drat.
The animal
You caught
commission.
me.
When I don't have any animal on my team.
Best flavor in the world? The sweet, sweet taste of victory. And that's why I've never spent a single more on any of my snacks. I've won them all, fair and square.
Ito.
That's right.
Ito, you big himbo. Oh my god, I swear to god, I can't stream this early because everyone is awake. One moment. Hello. How's this? Is the audio better? Oh! There's an enemy. Where is it?
Stabilize.
Attaboy!
Kitty!
Can't catch me.
Kitty, I can't look at the screen. Your butt is on my face.
Bam!
Kucing tuh kenapa gitu ya? Suka banget gitu loh kalau misalnya dia deket-deket kita, yang diliatin pasti pantatnya. Kenapa coba? Why? Why are cats like that?
Charge!
Attaboy!
Damn, what does that took so long? Done. Are we done?
Where we headed this time?
Increasing danger. Oh, okay. Village Rose Towers. This one isn't so bad either. Kasih aja aku komisi yang kayak gini-gini, jangan yang aneh-aneh. Jangan yang pakai anemo lagi. I'm not building any animal characters at the moment.
Gather.
Fall in!
Why is it still standing up? There you go.
Let's roll! Advance! Fire it up! Can't catch me!
There. Now let's go to the last commission. All over here. Wait, I think the commission is supposed to be here? Yeah. It's this little guy again. This little boy. Big sis, listen. After I made an offering to the shrine from last time, my wish was granted. A small part of it at least. But although it's just a small part, this must be the Archon's answer, right? What was your wish? The wish I made last time was for the creator of the manga I'm reading to. Oh, that was too fast. So basically he wants the creator of his favorite manga to continue, maybe. Then the creator actually did double the amount of updated content in one issue. However, I've also heard that he's gonna take a break for 3 issues. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be, I guess. Anyway, I'm sure the Archon heard my wishes. That means that the reason why they were not realized is that I didn't offer enough things. So we're going to make an offering to other shrines today. This way, I'm sure my wishes will be granted completely. I have asked my parents and they say that there are still 2 shrines around here. One is near Komore tea house and the other one is on the way out of the city. Which shrine do you think we should go to first? What the one with from the outskirts of the city? I don't think I've been to that one. I get this commission like a few times. Oh, it's over there. There's a shrine there? Well, this is the place. A long time ago, someone made an offering to this shrine with an iron ore used for forging blades, hoping that his martial arts skills could improve quickly. Later on, that guy went to a martial arts tournament and defeated every adversary super easy. Everyone commended his outstanding martial skills. However, according to him, none of his opponents seems to be feeling too good. Are you really making progress if other people are just falling behind? It feels like the Archon doesn't have very clear standards. We picked the first one. We're kind of like insulting his god, right? But anyway, everyone thinks that the Archon did it. That's why I think we'll get a response if we make a wish at this shrine. Well, that aside, what should we offer this time? Just like that guy, maybe we can get some response if we offer iron ore. I found some near the entrance of the blacksmiths. However, they don't look all that good, which is probably why the blacksmith didn't mind giving them to me. I've also gathered some fresh seagrass from around here. If I cook them and sprinkle some sugar will surely taste amazing. Seagrass with sugar? I'm just not sure if the Archon likes this kind of small cold dishes. What do you think? Let's pick the first one. After you prepare everything, makes an offering. Hopefully the Archon will answer me this time as well. I'll be back here tomorrow to see if anything special's happened. Alright, thank you for sticking with me this whole time. Please have these. I really hope that the Archon will answer my wishes. What is that? Oh, it's just a sweet flower.
Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
I do think that the texture is taking some time to load because of my laptop, but apparently other Genshin players have been having issues with lagging and pretty much items not appearing. Wonder what's up with that. I feel like that happens every update because the game gets heavier and heavier.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Alright, I'm changing my party member, and then we can move on to the world quest.
The campaign begins.
Wait, where? Where is it? Oh, it's over here, right in the middle of this island. Watatsumi Island.
Sangonomiya Shrine is a sacred place where offerings to Watasumi Umakami are given. The area is closed to outsiders.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Sangonomiya Shrine is a sacred place where offerings to Watasumi Umakami are given. The area is closed to outsiders.
Alright, where do I have to go? Oh, it's her. Ngomong ke Suyuko. Suyuko? Oh, is it not voiced? Hello there. Hey there, Suyuko. How have your preparation for getting that coral thingamagic gone? Ah, alas, our work has been troubled thus far. You know, Suyuko, you can make as sad of faces you want, but you're not convincing anyone if you keep glancing at us meaningfully like that. I see, so you two have realized the severity of our situation. In that case, I shall hide it no longer. You weren't hiding anything in the first place. We did obtain the key of the moon bathed deep, yes, and Enkanomiya is slowly awakening. However, we are quite short on manpower. As such, our investigations are proceeding at a slow pace. These are uniquely trying circumstances after all. We do not yet know if relations with Narukami Island will indeed warm. You know, I'm only one pair of hands, right? There's only so much I can do. There's only so much me and Paimon can do. But that is a different matter. Know that according to tradition, a hero is vital to the process of obtaining the coral. We must set up a base and assist the hero in retracing the paths of our ancestors before finally facing the trial. In this manner, we shall build a steady road to victory. Or that was your plan anyway, and you can carry it out because you like the people. That is absolutely correct. Not to mention how we have seen neither hide nor hair of our most vital character, this hero. But wait, I think I see it now. Our hero has... Yes, our hero has a head of blonde hair. I think she's just tricking them into doing stuff again. Oh, this sounds super troublesome. Paimon doesn't think making this trip is a great idea. But exploration usually leads to the discovery of rare treasure. I mean, such things would usually be given over to the Sangonomiya clan, of course. But if you were to find something, why, I suppose we could simply close one eye in this case. I wouldn't mind if you close both eyes. You know, I think we and Madame Kokomi get along pretty well and all. But might we close both eyes? Why is that so sassy? Ah, our hero, our gallant warrior, our paragon, our savior. Does this mean that you agree then? Oh well, how could we leave Sangonomiya in such a time of crisis, right? Wonderful. It certainly seems that the methods recommended by Madame Kokomi are quite pervasive. Oh no, persuasive indeed. She even anticipated that you would indeed return to look for me. Sorry, what did you say? Oh, nothing, nothing. In that case, please come with me. I would like to show you something. Let us meet up at the altar below the area ahead of us. If you cannot see it, if you can't see it, then just look to the southeast and squint. Is it down there? Oh, I think the new area is right on this whirlpool. This lake thing. I think this is a lake. Oh, what's that? What is that? Oh no, 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 no. Let me get you. Let me get you. Surprised this one isn't voiced. This is a pretty important quest if it means unlocking a new area. Okay, no, too fast. This is said to be a second set of keys that are sent to the people of Watatsumi Island when Enkanomiya awakens, and our record shows that there are a total of 5 types of key sigils. At the moment, we have found 3 or the 5 on the Watatsumi Island. We can then operate them in this manner to return them to their proper places and release the seal. So we have to find these. We removed the 3 we found from the keyholes and placed them in other locations throughout Watatsumi Island. This way, the barrier can be restored. The purpose behind doing that, of course, was to prevent children, Fatui spies, Narukami Islanders, and Outlanders from seeking insight. You're not in the Outlanders category, don't worry. We are presently unable to establish contact with the Adventurers Guild, so no adventurers are allowed down there either. Did you ever let them go down there anyway? There are such historical records. We were looking for a win-win arrangement, you understand. It is always good to have people whose strong suit is exploration around, yourself included. Oh, so this means that no one's stolen a march on us this time, right? Go on, Paimon manners. Well, how should I put this? I doubt that our temporary barrier restoration was completely foolproof. Some time did pass between our investigating the key sigils locations and removing them from the keyholes. So, some rats must have scurried in during the interim. We are short on manpower after all. In short, if you encounter any Fatui, treasure hoarders, Kairagi, or any of their ilk, feel free to teach them my lessons. Wait a minute, if they get down there so easily, what was the point of us getting that mooncake whatever again? Enkanomiya will only awaken if we retrieve the key of the moon-bathed deep. Similarly, only that key can activate the trial system within. And if there are any who did not enter Enkanomiya to perform the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri, well, there might be some other twisted, winding way to get in. Who knows? Either way, please retrieve the other key sigils on the island with all haste. The key sigils have been placed at the fin and the heart of Watatsumi. As for the two altars, they can be found where a line that connects either shrine and Enkanomiya shrine intersect with the second mountain wall that surrounds the moon-bathed deep. Do I have to find these places? Oh no. I hope we get a little hint. Well then, I'll wait for news from you at the usual place. Okay, exploration knowledge. The image known as key sigils originate from Enkanomiya, and there are a total of 5 of them. Just as one key fits one lock, each one of them can release the seal with a matching image. Collect them and use them well.
Every journey
I
has
do
its
have to
final
find
day.
it.
Don't rush.
Okay, at least there are hints. There are two left. This one and that one. Let's go to the one that's closest to a waypoint. Nope, not fighting you guys. Oh, there are monsters around here though. Alright. Why are they ruined machines
Solidify.
attracted to the key sigils? Are they like giving off similar feelings or what? Oh no.
No touch. No time to lose.
Wait, I got stuck. I got stuck behind the freaking statue.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
Incinerate!
Kayak kepiting ya, ini robot-robot kepiting gak sih? Iya kan?
Solidify.
Looks like crabs. Okay. I got one. Yang satu lagi tuh di tengah-tengah gini lagi. Wait, where is it? It's right over here. I don't see anything though. Oh, I think it's down there. Okay. Didn't realize that the arrow is pointing downwards. Wait, where is it? Is it not there? Wait, he can't climb anymore. Yang aku nggak suka dari tipologi geografinya Inazuma tuh gini, kadang banyak apa sih, banyak tebing-tebing yang nggak bisa dipanjatin gitu. Where is it? Oh, hurry, 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 hurry! You're about to no. Is it still down there? Oh, it's up here. Oh, over there? There it is. Oh my gosh. Bener-bener lupa kalau ada tempat kayak ginian di sini. Ah, it's the Fatui. How did they get here? What are they? Hydro.
Gather.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Oh, come on.
No mercy.
This is order.
Time for your arraignment. Got you. Boom boom.
No.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Solidify.
Motion to compel.
No, I have to defeat this guy first because this guy can heal.
Shine down.
Incinerate. Sya. Ha. Zah.
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
Boom boom. Ha. Zah. Zah.
Oh, where is it? Where is it?
Zah. Sya. Ha. Zah. Motion to compel. Zah.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
I will have order. Solidify.
Boom boom. This body.
Okay. Done. So I just have to return. Right? Oh, I have to go here. Oh, so that's what the blue stone is for. Aku udah ketemu batu birunya sebelumnya. Kirain buat apaan, ternyata buat quest ini. Well, there's a bunch of floaters. Sini,
Stabilize.
sini. Jangan terbang-terbang. Ayo ke sini. Ke sini. Ke sini. Oh, oh. Kadang nggak nyadar kalau shieldnya Zhongli udah hilang. Mana sih? Give me the loots. Give me the item that you dropped. Where? Mana? Ngelotnya lama bener deh. I need them. Okay, unlock it. And let's unlock the last one. It's right over there. Inazuma landscape is so beautiful, but sometimes my eyes just cannot take all the purples. All the purples and the cool tones. Sometimes it can be quite unbearable to the eye. Now it's done. Just have to return back to the girl, the shrine maiden. Now is the time to release the seal. Here, take the key. Say that again. What? What's happening? Key of the moon-baited deep. Say that again 3 times fast. Key of the moon-baited deep. Key of the moon-baited deep. Key of the doom-baited deep. Okay, it's a bit of a tongue twister. See, Paimon told you there was a weird name. You should consider changing it. Well, it's really not up to her what the key is called. Even if we do change its name today, it will only be important again a few centuries down the line. Just bear with it for now. Either way, I'm going to begin the ritual now. Ooh. What's up? What are you looking at, traveler? It's a whirlpool. Jump! Jump down there! Unfortunately, we do not have any details as to the nature of Enkanomiya's trial, so you will have to rely on yourself there. If we must blame anything, we should blame stupid traditions that are supposed to preserve mysteries. I wish you good luck. Also, please do not push yourself too hard. Your safety is of utmost importance. We jumping down? Right. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo!
I
I could get used to this.
The loading seems to be going to take a while. Let's just bear with that for now. Oh! 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 Thank God there's a water. Untung aja bawanya air. Kirain apaan kan? So there's a lot of pearls here. Let me just quickly grab them. Sango pearl. Oh no, I haven't grabbed it yet. Okay, let's go. Is this Enkanomiya? It just seemed like your run-of-the-mill cave. Let's keep moving forward and keep our eyes peeled, huh? Oh, there's a teleport waypoint there. So this is definitely a new area. Is there going to be a statue of the Seven here? Let's look at the map. Where is it? Oh, it's a new map. This is pretty big. And I see that there's a chest there. It's calling for me. Let's grab the chest. I have to defeat these two new enemies.
No time to lose.
New entry. Okay. No, don't attack me yet. Primordial Baptismal Bishop, a predator that lies in wait within the pitch dark watery depths. It appears to have adapted to some unknown power out in the deep seas, such that it can use element other than hydro. When it faces strong foes, it will use its powerful cleansing shower. Characters hit by this attack will lose a certain amount of elemental energy. If they do not have sufficient elemental energy, they will lose HP. Oh no.
Solidify!
Illusion shatter.
Breath of the flame. Ha! Tsa! Huh! Ja! Ja! Tsa!
No, no, don't hit me.
Tsa! Sya!
One down.
Motion to compel. Ja!
What item is it dropping?
Sya!
Fossilized bone shards. Oh, it's the same as the Gale one. This is like the variation of the same monster in Liyue, I think. But this one is Hydro.
Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
Incidental gains. Yeah, we're not stealing anything here, it's just treasure. Scribbled notes. A piece of paper that has become crinkled due to the damp environment in the cavern. There are words on it which you can read. I traveled together with Watatsumi's chosen hero this time. We discovered that the baptismal bishops had suddenly become active. However, the clerk from the Sangonomiya shrine convinced us to spare them. As it turns out, people of Watatsumi were feeding these creatures when they threw food offerings into the moon-bathed deep. He even said that they could no longer pose any threat to humanity, so it was best that Enkanomiya be returned to them. The monsters? The monsters that was going to kill I was going to kill my characters. Oh, this is a very big place. Looks kind of beautiful too. I'm going to save the challenge. I'm not going to do this yet. See where I have to go. Oh, are we done with the quest? Nope. Still has to go somewhere. So up here was a oh, there are more of them. All right, let's go. It sure took a while before we saw anything resembling civilization. Let's get closer and have a look. Go to the building up ahead. Oh, there's a big building there. It looks more like a ruin. Like a temple. Oh, that down there, there's a Sealy. Let's leave that for now. Where's the statue of the Seven? Is there one here? Oh, waypoint. The five symbols on this big door must be the key sigils. Let's have a look around. From what we've experienced in the past, we'll probably need to do something else first. Okay, investigate the nearby area and search for clues. Okay. Let's go to the closest one first. This one here. Oh, there's a bunch of writing here. Can I check it? Activate. That's it? Oh. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Please don't attack Grandpa Zhongli. When you take a single grievous hit, it will build fury. So this is the same one as the one upstairs. Well, above. This one is Hydro, I think.
Shine down!
Incinerate!
Oh no, 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 stop frozen me. Oh, this one is Cryo. Of course. Of course. Of course they are.
There is no escape!
As if they are not already annoying.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Come down here, stop floating around. God dang it. Does it drop anything?
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Okay, 3 left. course there are enemies there. It's those robots. Crap again. Robotic sea creatures, basically.
Illusion shattered.
Inadmissible evidence.
No. Alright, let's solidify all of you.
Gather.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Shouldn't let your guard down. Yeah. 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 Ha. Ta. Yeah. 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 Ha. Yeah.
Boom boom.
Wait, where's the sigils? Oh, over there. Okay. Now only one left. Okay, now back to the entrance. Okay, seems like there's something else visible through this door. Is it a path or is it a trap? I just have to go here, right? There really was a path here. Enkanomiya is such a mysterious place. Right, let's go then. Let's go towards the path. I mean, this area looks pretty huge. Just need to find the statue of the Seven to unlock the map. Oh, it's you guys again.
Solidify.
Mereka lagi. Mereka lagi.
Time for your arraignment. Incinerate.
Oh, there's one still alive.
Solidify.
How did it not get hit by anything?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Wait, what's on top of here? Is there something there? Okay, there's a challenge here. Let's leave that for now. . . 。  . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Everything is kind of tilted. Oh, slimes. Okay.
Illusion shattered.
Motion to compel. Yeah. 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 Boom boom. Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
I feel like the English voices for these characters, especially the female ones, they sound a lot more youthful than the other voices, like in the other language. Okay, go to the door. Just walk straight ahead, huh?
Gather!
Incinerate! Inadmissible evidence! Yeah. Duh. Motion to compel. Yeah.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, the last one is still alive. The game takes a while to load the enemy's HP.
Now I just need to get my hands on the rest.
What's that? What is that? Oh, it's just decoration, I guess? Okay, now time to use the key. Wow, Paimon never thought that there would be such a huge place underneath Watatsumi Island. Looks like our goal is that place in the middle. Alrighty then, let's head in. Steadily now. Those ruins seems to be closer to us. Let's start there. Buildings means people, once upon a time anyway. And where there's people, there will be writing. And where there's writing and paper, there will be those. Hints that we can't even read. Okay, Subterranean Trials of Drake and Serpent. Oh, it's so misty around here. What's that? What is that? It looks like a fish. What do you call that kind of fish? Manta ray? Can I like ride on top of it? There are hilly trails here though.
Solidify!
just need to get my hands on the rest.
Oh, there's something here. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Let's take care of this one first.
This is order.
There is no escape.
Yeah, this area is a bit laggy.
Incinerate!
Probably because this is the first time I'm here. Hopefully it won't stay this laggy.
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this.
Oh, there are 3 ruin guards here. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. You gonna wake up too? Where's the other one?
Gather.
Shine down.
Wrap up the flame. Motion to compel.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Oh no, I got stuck. I got stuck. No, they're ganging up on me.
I will have order. Gather.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Boom boom! Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
Oh, it's over there. It's right on the top of this pillar. Hello, kitty. Sometimes I wonder what's on a cat's mind. Just because sometimes I notice that my cat would immediately stare at nothingness. She just started to stare at some corner and then like look at it intently. Like, what the hell is she thinking? What did she see? Kitty, did you see a ghost? Is that why? Did you see a ghost in my room? Does this ghost wanna play Genshin too? Wait, I think it's down here. Maybe. Where is it? Ooh, sick music.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
Incinerate! Invisible evidence! Motion to compel!
Gather.
That wooden shield is the strongest thing in this game. if you don't have any pyro characters, you're fucked basically, because you can't destroy it without burning it down.
right, now we're talking. Za! Yeah! Yeah!
Wait, where is this thing then? Can't find it down here. Is it in between these walls? Is it up there?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be up here.
Yep.
Oh, is it down here?
Yeah.
Oh! No, 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 no. Not yet. Need to grab these.
Gather!
There is no escape.
Motion to compel.
They just got blasted off. See, what are you looking at, Kiri? Matanya tiba-tiba melotot terus ngeliat apa lagi tuh? Ada apa? Ada apa di belakangku? Ada siapa? Ada apa? Ada nyamuk. Get up! Get up there! There's another one over here. Oh, it's up there. Let's go. What are these? Oh, I can unlock it. Okay. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Up here. No! No, 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 no. Can't wait to explore this area. There are a lot of nooks and crannies I wanna get into. Wait, I need to grab this one. Where is it? Where is it? Alright, let's leave that for now.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
No time to lose.
Incinerate! Yeah. Yeah. Ha, yeah.
Okay, now I can examine it. The mechanism. Can't do that because there's one more enemy still alive. Where is it? Where? Where is it? The battle music is still playing.
Motion to compel. T- t- yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
No time to lose.
Just gotta get this one.
Order guide you.
Ruin hunt. Wait, it's a ruin guard. Oh no 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 no! Don't helicopter me.
There is no escape.
Time for your arraignment. Boom boom. Ha, yeah.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Gather.
Motion to compel.
Oh no, my phone's dead. Hold on, one moment.
I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
Come on, grab it. Where was it again? Oh, it's here. Come on. Come on, game. Oh, higher? I'm right here. Come on. It's loading, isn't it? God dang it. Come on. Triangular mechanism. Within a certain distance, attacks can be used to activate a mechanism. This mechanism will reset after a while. If you find that a mechanism is currently damaged, try switching to Evernight. They will fix themselves right up. Oh! Oh no, kitty. What are you doing? Have to attack it? Oh shit. Press the wrong button again. Someone upstairs? Talk to the person on the second floor. Who? There's someone here? Or just some NPC? Uh-oh. Trying to trespass, are we? Wait, maybe not. I correct myself. You two must be the heroes who have come to retrieve the coral this time, are you not? Two? It's like you're counting Paimon too. Well, I was originally thinking that Enkanomiya Shrine couldn't possibly be short-handed, that they're only sending one person, right? So consider my expectation exceeded. There's actually two of you. Oh, I know my way around a fight. I love your gusto and optimism. Good stuff. I hope that by the end of this you'll count me in the team as well. I'm sure the three of us will get on swimmingly. Let me introduce myself. I'm a researcher who has come to assist you. Call me Enjo. How did he get in here in the first place? The seal just got broken. My main duty is to organize and translate clues regarding the trial to guide you on your path. Oh, that's nice. We've always had to rely on our own memory to figure the puzzles we encountered out. Wow, you know what? You might actually be more professional than me then. I mean, I'm just a scholar. But Tsuyuko said... Tsuyuko? Right, her. Didn't she say that there would be some clerical staff on hand to assist the hero? I don't think she said something like that. Did she? I mean, it would be quite a stretch to expect you to learn Byakuyako's script from scratch. And that's where I come in. I'm here to help translate documents and hints. Any questions for me? What do you know about that central tower? That's the heart of the trial, a building known as the Dainichi Mikoshi, which also means Chariot of the Sun. I believe that it should be defended by a barrier right now. Its original purpose was to protect citizens, but at present we cannot enter unless it is disabled. Now I can see the questions bubbling up in your face already, so let me just explain how we're going to break this barrier. First, you'll need to find something known as the Golden Bridle. According to related literature, it's a device that is less than an armful in size. So it's not a rope? The name is simply derived from one of Byakuyako's legends. They say that the sun and the moon were moved by the chariots of the gods, and the golden bridle was Byakuyako's Byakuyakoku national treasure. Byakuyakoku, that's a mouthful. Now that's an actual tongue twister. That's right, Byakuyakoku. That's the real name of this place. Another realm without light. Byakuyakoku, the place where sins piled up high in the Evernight. Tokoyo? Tokoyo. Only to be cleansed, revealing their true colors. But back to the trial. The people of Byakuyakoku were saved by the great Serpent, and thus reattained the light of heaven. They all moved above the depths. Just so you know, that's what my name means, above the depths. Anyway, the people of Watatsumi archived Byakuyakoku's facilities after leaving that place. As for this place, this is one of those very facilities, the Library of Byakuyakoku. How many times do you have to say that? Okay, to facilitate future trials, the golden bridle was moved closer by, to the back of the library to be exact. So, finding this golden bridle is the first part of the trial. Well, that's what the trial guidebook in the library says anyway. Yeah, Traveler is asking the real question here. How did you get here earlier than us? Oh, that you're the heroes. Yours is the rough, narrow road up to the front gate of the trial. As for us support staff, we have our own side routes and back doors. Is it? Is it really? Why don't I believe you? Hello, kitty. Anyone of a more plebeian persuasion who manages to sneak in isn't gonna get very far. Without the key of the moon bathed deep to open the gate, the trial and its contents will not activate. Plus, it's not as if ordinary people would understand Byakuyakoku's script anyway. They wouldn't be able to figure the clues out. Without the golden bridle, there is no entering Enkanomiya and probing the secrets of its eternal night. If you really don't trust me, you're free to rough me up a bit. But don't drag me back to the surface afterwards, thanks. As you can see, I'm just a scholar with a thirst of knowledge, and with a certain tome that he must find in Byakuyakoku. Well, he said this much, and it certainly doesn't look like he's trying to trick us. Yeah, but I'm still wondering how did he get in here in the first place, and I'm not convinced of his explanation. Paimon thinks we can trust him for a while. Thanks for the token of faith. Well, I've covered the basics of the trial with you. Off you get then. This golden bridle isn't going to find itself. Oh, another thing. I believe that this picture behind me matches Enkanomiya's topography. I suggest you study it carefully before heading out. Okay. Oh, is this how the map unlocked? Oh, there are no Statue of the Seven, I suppose. It's a very big place. It's a big area. Okay. A glimpse into the pale night. Wait, hold on. Where is the waypoint? Is it outside? It's outside probably, right? Wait, where is it? Is it up there? God damn, I'm definitely gonna explore this area. Maybe not on stream, because this is a very huge area. Oh, it's over there. It's all the way there. Kirain di mana? Rupanya di atas. Whoa, that's a luxurious chest. Oh, of course.
I will have order. Solidify.
Incinerate!
Stabilize.
Wrap up with flame!
Oh my god, stop moving around.
Shouldn't let your guard down. You're
No,
pretty good.
no, 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 don't kill Childe. Don't kill child.
Shine down! Motion to compel!
Is that it, or are there more? It's still locked. Why is it still locked? Oh, okay, finally. It just takes some time to load.
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this.
Okay, where's the trial? This one. Let's look for clues nearby. Okay, there's one here.
Yeah. Cha. Yeah.
Okay. Contain the golden brittle. How? Where is it? Isn't it still locked? Oh, okay. There it is.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
So I suppose this is like the dragon spine of Inazuma, maybe. But I think this is bigger than dragon spine, isn't it? Okay, back to the library. Is it over here? Have you made any progress looking for the golden brittle? Yeah, we found one. Is this what you're looking for? Yes, that's the one. Why, isn't this a coincidence? The book says that the craftsman Aberaku no Mikoto. Wait, a little too fast, man. Slow down, slow it down. Before this, the people lived in a constant state of fear, for it was the great hunters in the dark, the baptismal bishops, who were the original rulers of this island, this land. Yes, pure primordial elemental creatures, wild spirits who never bent the knee to any god or worldly power. I believe that the traditional Enkanomiya tale, the clash of the drakes and the serpent, also refers to the baptismal bishop as the dragon heir of the depths. At first, people would light lamps to chase the dark away, but to little effect. But when the Danichi Mikoshi was created, the white knight chased the darkness of the Evernight away. Thus did the people gain a reprieve with which to live their lives. The Dainichi Mikoshi could even be used to put forth a barrier to protect the people of Byakuyakoku. With this, we should be able to bring the barrier down. Let me help you activate it. According to what the book says, I need to do this, and then this. Okay, that should do it. The golden bridle's ready. Commanding the Dainichi Mikoshi to drop the barrier should be peanuts now. But we should probably perform such portentous deeds at the outermost gates of the Dainichi Mikoshi, wouldn't you say? The main gate should be on the southeastern section of the area it occupies. Just circle the barrier a bit till you find it. Those are really long dialogue lines. And I pretty much understand like maybe 10% of it. Okay, Enkanomiya is surrounded by bottomless chasms. If you fall, you could count to 100 without ever hitting the bottom, so please watch your step. In any case, if you can't find the place, just circle around the barrier a bit, you'll get there eventually. I'm almost done with my own investigations here. I haven't found what I'm looking for though, so I'll go on ahead to wait for you. Wait, hold up. My glasses is getting foggy. Yeah, he's still kind of fishy. I feel like he's probably up to something. I'm still not buying that he has an alternative way to get to this place because there's only one way in. Also, I believe the Shrine Maiden didn't say anything about another person guiding them. Wait, where is it? Where is it again? Alright, I'll just ignore the chest for now. Have to finish this quest. Oh, okay, so don't fall. Can't fall because there's nothing down there. So it's like a floating island then. Dainichi Mikoshi. Oh, don't fall, Zhongli. Okay, follow Angel's instructions and explores up ahead. There is a waypoint somewhere. The texture is still not loading. I'll give you some time, game. Not a silly. Has to be a lot of treasures around here. No, don't fall. Okay, load. Please load. What am I even doing here? Load. Please load the map. The map isn't loading. This is so funny. Okay, following just instructions, explore up ahead. Where is it? It's all the way over there. That's pretty far. Is it? It's up there. Alright. This is so far away. No, like seriously, I don't think Dragon Spine is this big. This place is huge. Oh no! Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. God dang it. I can just climb up here to evade the freaking ruin guard. Wait. Oh, that one is a little too high. Here. Let's find the waypoint first. Where is it? No, 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 no. Where's the waypoint? Is it over here? Oh, it's up there. It's all the way up there. Okay. Come on! Come on, game. What is that? Investigate. What's that? Is that a chest? Oh, it has 10,000 mora in it. There he is. How did he get here first? Look at that. How? Are you really just some human? I don't think you are. You're here. Allow me to help you to shut the barrier down. Could you pass me the golden brittle? I suddenly have some reservations. Yeah, he's a little too eager about this. Is it really okay? Still suspicious of me? Well, Enjo, don't you think you're a bit too quick on your feet? Oh, come now, that's hurtful talk. Though I suppose that the sight of a literary— oh shit, too fast. Come now, I didn't deceive you earlier, did I? Oh, that's true, we couldn't have found the golden brittle without your help. I mean, this will definitely sound like villain talk, but only I can help you now. You can hold me at sword point or hit me to make up for the time you didn't earlier. But once you're done with that, I'd like you to trust me. If you don't, none of us are going to enter the Dainichi Mikoshi. Are you the type who enjoys getting beaten up or something? Not that Paimon's going to do that. What do you think? Hang on, I'm rolling my sleeves up. Oh, wait, just a moment. You're joking, right? I got glass jaw. Okay, stop scaring him already. Just give him the brittle. Are we really going to trust him? Okay then, now allow me to help you bring this barrier down. Please step back a bit. This is my first time after all. Things could go poorly. You never know. What could happen? For example, the blast could send you tumbling into a bottomless chasm, or the fetid air might make it hard to breathe, or maybe some giant guardian dragon might come charging out. Or I might even get cursed and turn into some sort of flame-flinging monster. Is that a hint? Is that a hint of the next monster we're going to fight? It's kinda scary. No, wait, are we really going to do this? What if something happened? I gotta say, opening ancient ruins for the first time in my life feels pretty exciting. Watching that huge wall disappear really gives you that kind of rush you get from ruining a huge library, you know? What does that mean? That sounds really dangerous. Are you sure you're a researcher? Of course, I really can't wait to investigate the insides of the Dainichi Mikoshi. What long-lost volumes will we uncover there? Well, allow me to go ahead first. If you find any tempting treasures, you're free to take them. Okay, what is he planning anyway? I mean, if he's supposed to be the translators for Traveler and Paimon, shouldn't he be sticking around? Harusnya ikut kita aja gitu loh. Kan katanya mau jadi penerjemah yang mau ngasih petunjuk gitu. But he keeps going ahead. So what is he planning to do? It's so far away. What is this place? This is huge. This is very intricate too. I mean, Dragon Spine isn't like this. Although to be fair, Dragon Spine is a mountain. This looks more like a lost civilization. I'm guessing maybe something like Genshin's Atlantis. Ooh, look at that. Oh wait, do I have to climb all the way up there? Oh, there's the stairs. Where's the teleport waypoint? Oh no. No, you don't. You can't hear me. Oh shit. Okay, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see those ruin guards. Ooh, look at that. This place is freaking huge. Gigantic. Looks very advanced too in terms of architecture. Hey, over here. Over here. Come on now. Wait, where? Is he up there? Sorry. I've been holding that in. Been sneezing a lot lately. I think my allergy is acting up. Okay, up here. Where is he? He's over there. Okay. What's up? I was waiting for you two. You know, you now control the hub of Enkanomiya. No, Byakuyakoku. Here, try touching this device. I wager it will be quite the experience. Okay, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Wait, I missed that. You scared Paimon more than this ghostly guy over here. Sorry, I'm fine now, mostly. Byakuyakoku, due to its properties as another realm sometimes projects shadow of the past based on remnant thoughts. Though their stories have already ended, who they were at the moment is captured and retained. They can't even interact with you. Such powerful emotions are called the sins of Tokoyo. Sins? Thus, these uniquely lee-line phenomena are known as sin shades, or shades of Tokoyo. So my current form will be visible to future heroes as well then? That's good to know. Guess I don't have to be nervous after all, huh? The future me is going to act based on current me's memories. Still nervous though. What in the world? It's talking. Seems like our heroes have arrived. Hello there. My Watatsumi name is Aru, and my original Byakuyakoku's name is Argos. I'm in charge of explaining the next step of the trial, which is to restore the Reins of Revival and display your royal right over this land. The Reins of Revival are a national treasure that can be used to command the spirits of the nether to speak. And they are made of the same material as the Dainichi Mikoshi. The reins must be pieced together with the golden bridle as their core. As such, you need to find 3 other fragments. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I believe that my leftover spiritual essence should be able to answer your question. Do you like eating buttercream? What is that? Then do you like some fresh fish sashimi? That reminds me. Recently Watatsumi Omikami has raised land for us above the sea's surface, so we should be able to start shallow sea fishing. The variety of edible fish should also increase. But yes, back on topic, The 3 fragments have been hidden in 3 key locations around the Dainichi Mikoshi. This would be the Narrows, the Evernight Temple, and the Serpent's Heart. And when I say hidden, I do mean hidden. The officials in charge of setting the trial up are very capable indeed. Oh, it's going to be puzzles? Is it going to be a hard one? I hope I don't have to open any, like, walkthrough or something. Sometimes the puzzles can be quite tricky. If you see the altar at the Serpent's Heart, you may want to search that place thoroughly for clues. A Jibashiri spent all day setting them up. What is that? Yeah, Jibashiri? Jibashiri? The Special Officer Corps. Tonios? The armed judges of the Nether in Byakuyakoku. That's who the Jibashiri are. They possess tokens made out of special material that could cause the souls of the Byakuyakoku to reveal themselves. Doesn't sound like an Inazuma name at all. Yeah. It sounds I don't know, kind of reminding me of Hades for a bit. What was that? Fawn something? Well, Watatsumi Island was a product of the Archon War. Before that, Byakuyakoku's histories are filled with names like Abrax, Spartacus, Tonios, Gigantus, and such. Yeah, that sounds Greek. I think those are Greek names. Right? So, is this human culture where the divine envoys do not interfere too much? What did you say? Nothing, just the bad habit of a bookworm. Keep listening to articles. Ah yes, now that the Evernight has arrived, all of Enkanomiya will show you a different side of itself. You should meet various after images along your path. But they're not quite the same as this ritual after image of mine. These people have been chosen by the undying principles of Enkanomiya due to their powerful emotions, and their transgression has resulted in an after image being created. They are what the Jibashiri call the Shades of Tokuyo. But bear in mind the principle that to know sin is to be free of it. Do not tell them that they are after images. The other after images are not like me. The moment they realize that they are shadows of their former selves, they will dissipate. Yeah, we've seen someplace similar in Liyue. It's in the what's that island is called again? The one with RuQuest? That island is filled with ghosts, basically. On the other hand, we people of Enkanomiya have gotten used to it by now. Well then, good luck to you. I'll be waiting here for good news from you. Okay. More exploring. Wait, I have to talk to Aro again? Oh no, okay. Gather the 3 fragments. Evernight Temple. Serpent's Heart.
Where do you want to go next?
Go
If
to
you'd
the
like
Narrows.
to see Liyue's
Okay.
tourist
3
spots,
places.
I have a few references.
Oh damn, this should be a lot better if I have unlocked this place already, so I just can't teleport. It's so far. Okay, over here. Now, how the hell do I get to the other side? Do I have to fly? Wait, where is it? Is it down there? I need to find the waypoint first. That way, if I have to go here again, I'll just teleport and don't have to fly. Okay, I think I can climb up here. Okay, where is it again? It's down here. Oh, so around here. What am I looking for here? Everything is tilted. Follow the trail of the baptismal bishops and search for the secret room. Okay. Wait, where's the first one? Okay, go to the secret room. Oh, it's over there. Wait, what am I doing here? Okay, I have to defeat opponents first. Oh no, it's this dude. These guys.
Solidify!
I hate them, I hate them, I hate them.
Boom boom! Ha! 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 Ta! Ja! Ta! Ha! Incinerate! Ja! Ha!
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. 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 No
They
time to
can
look.
make the characters bleed, which means that the characters would lose HP, like bit by bit. Okay, what happened? What happened? Days of day and days of night will be filled up during their respective day and night times. Get close to them to operate them. However, the states will reset when you switch between Evernight and White Night. Filled up during their respective day and night. Okay, it's the same thing. If you possess the Golden Bridle of Enkanomiya, you will have the authority to activate mechanisms that switch between Evernight and White Night. Such mechanisms, which can be found throughout Enkanomiya, are connected to the Dainichi Mikoshi and can be used to modify the day and night cycle. Okay, shield lights of Tokoyo presence during White Night are dispelled during Evernight and vice versa. Certain distortions in the air visible in Enkanomiya, which are known as Sunfire Phantasm. Switching between day and night can cause these illusions to disperse or show themselves. The other thing is gone now, right? Maybe I should have switched back. Okay, secret room. What is in here? Not activating. Have to use this first. Oh. Okay. I can't go there. Don't think there's anything here. What do I do now? I have to go over there. Let's see. Can I strike it from here? I can't. Can I really not hit it with the freaking bow? How do I get over there then? Is there other mechanism that I have not found? I have to go there. How do I go there? Can't go over there. Kitty. Both of these are locked. Hello. Hello, kitty. This one is locked though. How do I get past this one then? Am I being dumb or something? Can I strike it with the bow? I can. It's just this one now. Should I maybe let this for the next stream or something? I kinda wanna finish it, but okay. That one is closed. And that one opens. Is there any other stuff here? Doesn't seem to be. Okay, just one more. What do I do with this one? Can I just climb up? It's still not opening. Oh, there you go.
No time to lose.
What the hell did I do? Oh wait. My characters are dying. Eat. You guys have to eat.
Solidify!
Motion to compel.
Should have brought one of my healer. Dang it.
Boom boom. Keep within the law.
Oh!
Incinerate.
You guys are dying. Okay.
I
Shit.
checked.
Fucking hate these wolves. Fucking hate them. They still following me? They are. Let me change my party member. I cannot configure party in the current state. Need to bring my healer.
We can do this.
Conquering demons is what I do.
What's our objective?
Is this okay? Is this an okay party? I don't know. Maybe I should bring Bennett. Maybe Bennett?
I won't hold you back. Much.
Man.
Let the show begin.
Alright, let's do this again.
Time for retribution! Stabilize.
I'll protect us. Hi. Yeah. Oh. Huh.
Let's light it up!
Ha! Yeah. Ha! Ha!
Oh my god, stop flying around! Jeez! Lonely is fucking dying. Shit, shit, shit.
Let the show begin.
Alright, 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 alright,
Order
alright.
guide you.
Ah, dang it.
Hi.
Oh my god, let me fucking heal!
Everybody stand back!
Ha!
Come back here. Come back here.
Ha!
I'll protect us. Hi. Huh.
Ha! Ha! Yeah.
Hi. Huh.
No, 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 no,
Just
no,
watch me.
no.
Ha! Ha!
Holy shit.
Ha! 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 Verdict is
Are there more coming from? Are there more monsters coming? God dang it. Look at them.
Dance.
I need to cook some more food. Really need to cook some more food. Alright.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Okay, this one is done. There are two more. Holy shit, what is that? What the hell is that? What is that monster? Activate the mechanism. The puzzle? Okay. Oh no. What the hell
I'll
are
protect
you?
us.
ha! Ha! Time for retribution. Ha! Ha!
What do I do with this? Okay. Okay, this one is easy enough. Wait, where am I going? Where? Look for objective in this area. Oh, it's up there. Wait, can you please climb up? What is happening here? How are you stuck? There you go.
We'll need more where that came from. We'll need more where that came from.
Okay. I think there's only one more. Yep, this one. Where is it? I think this is in the area. Yep. I haven't unlocked this one. Teleport waypoint. Can start from here. Okay, hurry! Hurry before that thing hit us. No! Okay, he's losing energy. God dang it. Okay, the teleport waypoint is over there. I'm going to unlock it first. For Prima Gems. Wait, where is it? Oh, there's something that... Ancient tablet. There are two rows of text on this headstone. The first row is in the script of Byakuyakoku and is unintelligible. The second row is in the common script and it reads as follows. Here lies Spartacus the Righteous, known now as Supada no Hiko. Beneath lies the litany of his crimes. Read them and remember our victory. History. Supada no Hiko, the notorious outlaw, mastermind of great crimes and the root of unrest. Now in the name of Tokoyo Okami, may his sight be cut off and may his soul be crushed. May he be thrown into a deep prison, now and forever. Wait, am I going? Here. Activate the secret message at the altar in the Serpent's heart. Okay, so I do have to use this thing. Solve the riddle at the altar in the Serpent's heart. Okay. What do I do? What should I do? What should I do here? One. There's the second one. Three. It's not one, right? This one is 4. And then 5. Still have no idea what I have to do here though. Is that it? Okay. Obtain the fragment of the reins of revival.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Okay, let's return. We have all 3 of the stuff that we needed. Wait, that's too far. Too far. So wait, wait, it's this way. Did I even have to climb that? Where is it? Oh, they're down there. I have them all here. Wait. What the hell, game? Let me give it to them. It seems that you've retrieved all the fragments. I'm not sure if you have realized this during the course of your adventures, but it is no longer important. Now, please do not be startled by what I'm about to tell you. The blood branch coral needs to be retrieved from the body of a special baptismal bishops, which are right under the Dainichi Mikoshi. Busy with dragons and being buried underground. The bishops locked beneath it have been adjusted specifically such that they can accept fragments of Watatsumi Omikami's blood branch coral without experiencing any rejection. But these adjustments have also made them exceptionally large, and they're most likely not that easy to kill. Nonetheless, every good trial must end with the hero defeating the wicked dragon. Looks like we have to fight after all, huh? That is the case. But you need not worry, the Bishop Swarm is not your match. Okay, so Paimon's pretty confident in travel skills too, but can you prove what you just said? Not at all, this is simply the default encouragement. That seems mighty irresponsible of you. Aren't you just giving your heroes blind confidence like that? You know, you don't look like much, but you are actually brighter than our Watatsumi heroes. Interesting. Nah, you guys just have too little brain juice to go around. Wait, no, I was just saying that this isn't right. I know, this is the sin of deception, but the coral's retrieval is something that concerns the survival of Watatsumi. The heroes are only here because they are determined to see this through. All I can do at this point is push them forward. I have faith in the people of Watatsumi, and I believe in those that shall come after us. In name at least, I am a sinless shade of Tokoyo born for ritual purpose, but on this level, I suppose I'm not myself free of transgression. Yeah, but we're actually here for the treasure. In that case, allow me to help you put the ruins of revival together. Where's the treasure? We're just here for the freaking Prima Gems. Though I suppose the name Reigns of Revival is not entirely accurate. It was originally written as the Reigns of Recovery, namely the recovery of control over things that return from beyond the grave. A chariot of the sun brings light in the day, and by night comes the spirits of the past. The one who bears the reins may master both the light and the gloom. Huh, speaking of which, where did Enjo go? Yeah, where is that shady dude? He's not here. Where did he go? Is he the freaking dragon? Is he actually the dragon that's luring us back here? That person looked up and down the Dainichi Mikoshi for a while before displaying some displeasure and leaving. It seems that he had not found what he was searching for. I'm quite certain that he is not of any Watatsumi bloodline. He also has some kind of special art on his person that may be able to disrupt the ritual, or cause me to dissipate. Oh no, so he is shady. I'm one who guides the heroes and cannot act rashly. If I were to disappear, these trials would also cease. I cannot allow such an outcome. Thus, while he is not near, I must caution you to be wary of him. We are. He is pretty suspicious. I mean, he got here first before us, basically. How did he get in here? Who knows? But we wouldn't have been able to find the golden bridle without his help. We might not even have reached the Dainichi Mikoshi at all. Is that so? Perhaps I'm overthinking things. After all, the only trusted retainers of the Enkanomiya would know the ancient language of Watatsumi. Of course, there is another possibility. But it is likely no large problem. Long years have passed since, and time grinds all civilizations into dust. But let us return to the trial. I shall open the path to the final trial. Watatsumi is pronounced guilty of the following sins: 4 counts of the sin of profanity, and a further 8 counts for the sin of deceiving living souls. With this stone I seal the everlasting that transgressions past shall not be pursued. What are you talking about? What is he talking about? This is my final task, which is to read this blessing. Its meaning is that Watatsumi Omikami is about to carry all our transgressions and go to its death. I still have no idea what you're talking about, actually. There is one last thing I must ask of you. When you have left Enkanomiya, tell no one of anything regarding the trial. This is how all previous trials have been conducted, and I hope you can keep it this way. Next, you must prove your valor against the baptismal bishops underneath the Mikoshi. You know what? This isn't the way I want to put this. You are there for the blood branch corals that were grafted onto their bodies, and they will not simply roll over and let you do it. They will unleash upon you the grudge that they have nursed over many long years against humanity. This will, without a doubt, be a mortal struggle. Enkanomiya's survival is in your hands. Good luck. Alright, no pressure, right? No pressure whatsoever. So what is this dragon's element? I need to... Well, I need to adjust my party member first. Hello, kitty.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Okay, Zhongli. This is taking a little long. Can I just jump down? Can I? Can I just jump down and start the freaking trial? Okay. There are 3 of them. Oh no.
Let the show begin.
Ha! 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 I will have order. Stabilize.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Burn.
No, no, I need to step on this. This thumbs up mark.
Ha!
Ah, dang it.
Gallop.
Huh?
Ha! Time for retribution. Yeah. Ha! Yeah. Ha! Ha!
Is that it? There has to be a lot more of them. There's another one. Come here. What are you doing over there? Come here.
Stabilize.
Adventure time.
Ha!
Come here, dude.
Solidify.
Why is it all the way over there? Come here. Do I have to destroy this? Okay. There's another one. Come back here.
Ha! Verdict is
Come here. Okay. Keeps getting out of range. Come here. Why is it stuck in there? Come here, dude. I'm right here. Come here.
solidify.
Come here. I can attack you right there. Get up here. Why are you
This
stuck
is
in there? It's so funny. can't attack them here because if it runs away, it will just refill its HP. See? Maybe I need to switch my party member. Alright, now you're coming here. God dang it.
Going in!
Gather!
Come here.
Time for retribution!
Okay. Where's Angel? Check out, you actually defeated this baptismal bishops all by yourself. Impressive, most impressive indeed. How did you get here? What are you? Can I touch them? Angel, what are you doing here? Actually, I'm gonna touch them no matter what you say. These are the mortal foes of humanity after all. This chance may never come again. Oh yes, you must be wondering how I got here. Bear with me for a moment, I need to think about where to start explaining. Simply put, Enkanomiya is the netherworld of sinners, yes? I am one such sinner, one who has committed the sins of deception and betrayal. Wait, Paimon still doesn't get it. What are you trying to do, Angel? Came here to search for a certain book. That book contains record of things that happened in Byakuyakoku before the Dainichi Mikoshi was constructed. These chronicles are known to the people here as the times before sun and moon. Back then, no gods walked the earth, and the whole land belonged to a single civilization. Was there ever really such a time? The bards claim that the times when gods walked the earth is the furthest back we go. Are we on Earth? I thought this is Teviat. It's probably just some translation issues. Yes, that's precisely it. That's why I wanted to find this book. That way we, the Abyss Order, will have proof. Proof that gods and Celestia came from beyond this world. The only thing I do know at the moment is that the great Serpent was sentenced to death by Celestia for accidentally reading this book. An entire nation was relocated, the door to the depths was sealed, and that nation was stirred up in an eastern expedition to cover this truth. Yes, that was the grand ritual of sacrifice required for the people of Watatsumi to once again live like humans. But as for this book, I searched for it in the library and the Dainichi Mikoshi but could not find it. That's too much information. What is up here? You just said Abyss Order, do you work for them? Wait, I said this much and that's all you have to say? Not going to grit your teeth in anger or just dispense with that and smack me in the face? Do you seriously want to get beaten up that badly? Actually, I don't think I did anything that bad. I didn't technically lie to you. I'm a clerical staff member sent to help you. I just never said that I was sent by Enkanomiya. I was indeed translating literature here. But you know, it had nothing to do with the trial. I'm a bookish character and hey, did I or did I not transfer into a fire-flinging monster? I believe that you refer to our exegesis as... Oh, holy shit, it's them. Oh no. No, I hate you. I hate your kind. I don't like fighting you in the abyss, and even here. God damn it, I have 2 pyro characters. Rip me.
Gather.
Rest in peace, me. I should have brought my child.
Gather! Stabilize!
Let's dance. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Order guide you!
Oh no! Oh no! This is going to take freaking forever. Because I only have Barbara with me.
I'll protect us.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And this is going to take forever. Freaking forever.
Let the show begin.
Gather!
I'm going in. Ready, steady, go.
This is order!
There you go. Wow, I didn't underestimate you. Goodness no, but I suppose a clerk is ultimately no match for a hero. I wanted to get rid of you and then find some disguise with which I could claim that your mission was a failure. I mean, there's gotta be some stories in which the hero doesn't slay the dragon. But oh well. Why did you attack us? You mean, why wouldn't I? Right? I'm a creature writhing in the abyss, and you're a mortal walking in the sun. You did defeat a lot of my subordinates and comrades on your way here, too, so you can consider this revenge from a sentimental perspective. I mean, I was also thinking, see, I can't find this book no matter where I look. Might it be with you? Perhaps I should dispose of you and then search you. Also, this person here is carrying all this mean cabbage and fowl. Wonder what they're trying to do. Well, you get the picture. There are lots of reasons why I should kill you. As for reasons against, there's only one. I really don't like you. Could you think of another? How about not taking on someone you can't be? Burn. Yes, I failed, and we all learned a little something today, didn't we? I suppose you shouldn't trust people that easily in the future. Take that little fellow by your side. Perhaps you shall someday face betrayal from that corner too. Who knows? Hey, you're trying to split us up here? Paimon doesn't really have much capacity for betrayal. Now don't say that. We still don't know what the fuck Paimon is. Come on, you didn't learn anything at all. Well, whatever. Haven't much time left to talk. I'll depart for now. We'll meet again. Come on, what's this guy's problem? Whatever, let's go get the blood branch coral that Suyuko needs. Okay, return to Enkanomiya Shrine and talk to Suyuko. Quest goal is in Inazuma, head there. Okay, back to Inazuma then. This is all the way over here. Oh, please, please don't crash. Please, please don't crash. Don't crash, please. We found the Blood Branch Coral. Ah, our great hero, our gallant warrior, our mighty paragon, our destined savior. On behalf of Madame Kokomi and all the people of Watatsumi Island, I give you my thanks. You look exhausted. Perhaps it was too taxing a task to send you down alone after all. Not alone, Paimon was there too. And there was this other guy who sneaked in. He did help us a lot at first. But in the end, look, it's a long story. It's the main reason why travelers are so exhausted too. Seems like something that Madame Kokomi did not anticipate occurred. The one who seemed like a mere thief with the Watatsumi language dictionary turned out to be something far more troublesome. It was someone from the Abyss Order. This is very grave news. I will report it to Madame Kokomi. However, since you have returned with the branch, it will soon come time for her to see the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. I will go and pull her out of her room now. Whatever the case, please accept our gratitude. That's it? Is that the end of the quest? Nice. Got 40 Primogems. Let's see what achievements we got. Only 3. Enkanomiya, Secret at the Sunfire Gate, So White Knight and Evernight. That's it. Wait, there's one more. There is one more. Oh. Oh, okay. So yeah, I suppose Enkanomiya is like Dragon Spine. I think Dragon Spine has its own achievement too. Yeah, this one. Wait, how long have I been streaming? I think around 3 hours. So I may as well end the stream earlier tonight. Tomorrow I'll be back to playing more horror games. I'm thinking maybe more Resident Evil 4 or Silent Hill because I haven't played that one in forever. I need to read some guides though because Silent Hill, I think I miss a lot of stuff on Silent Hill. Alright, so if there's anybody lurking, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to sign off. And then I'll be back streaming again tomorrow, hopefully at the same hour, so around 8 PM or 9 PM. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or a nice sleep for anyone who's currently about to go to sleep because it's nighttime. Yeah, again, I'll see you on the next stream and good night.